Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
For me, Peter, David Beckham is one of the greatest wide players of his generation.
And a bit of a throwback in a way, in the sense that he's a right-footed right winger.
Yeah, it's the perfect position for him. His game has never been about cutting inside. It was kind of the hit the byline and get crosses in.
He's often mentioned, though, hasn't he, that he'd rather play in the middle.
Yeah, and that's something I find hard to understand, personally.
And it's been given away. That's an errant pass. And the shot! And he's done it! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Iwobi. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And they're back on the ball again. Beckham. Oh, well played, well sorted out. No, that's been intercepted. Now, can they get him away?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Great ball, and he's in here. He is through. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose. This time, surely. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. He is just caressing the ball. Ball swung in. Chiellini promptly onto that, and that is that. Long ball looking to counter. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Played into space. Frimpong picks it up out wide. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Schlotterbeck. Quick look, thought about cutting inside.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Ibrahimovic going after that. Nottingham are behind here, despite their domination of possession.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Vieira.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That is lovely. And the finish! Oh, it rattles the bar. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Alvarez. Schlotterbeck. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Goulet. He's found a way through. Goulet. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Robson. Threads one in. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Carlos will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
McAllister. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Great vision. And he welcomes it in. Caught offside that time. Messi. Frimpong makes the interception. And he's gone looking for safety. Aimed beyond the defence. Neymar. And he's there to clear it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Stood up well to him there.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Takes on his marker. Neymar venturing down the left. Could go all the way here. That's very neat. He's picked his way through. And he's chosen to go back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Goulart running with the ball. Dani Olmo with the foul.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence. It's a searching pass. And back to the keeper they go. Schmeichel gets it away. McAllister spots it and intercepts. That's it, 45 minutes up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, Peter, there's no doubting that the situation is quite bleak when you're not only losing, but a man down as well. And while the break is most welcome in giving the opportunity for the players to regroup, there's no doubting that the next 45 minutes are going to be extremely difficult.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Que el personal de seguridad de cada sección se presente inmediatamente en la sala de personal. Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 9. Lo reemplazará número 40.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Nottingham can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
The pass has gone astray. He's in a great position here. Takes aim and crosses. Roberto Carlos gets it away. And that is exemplary defending.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his...
He's in one-on-one. Oh, it's a clear foul, and the referee's got a decision to make. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Chiellini has been given a red card for the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Guadalajara have their second corner now. Nottingham are looking to go forward now. Now that looks a decent ball. Vieira calmly anticipates. Pepe is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. That's going in strongly.
Messi ventures forward.
Guadalajara definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
That's going across goal.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Good ball, good take. And this is Neymar. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
Well, this certainly fits the bill when it comes to the man for the occasion.
David Beckham! An individual masterpiece! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better.
Número 22.
Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Time and again they are repelled. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Pepe making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, nice touch. Goulet. That's rather hopeful.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And he is dashing away. Thuram had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Nottingham have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off.
Shoots! And he's heaved it away. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking to play him in. Messi, and he's found a way past. Frimpong did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Carlos, Neymar. Knocks it into space. Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through. Now it's Doué. Nicely shaped ball. And this is Roll. Oh, it's a foul. They're right on the edge of the box. Nottingham have themselves a chance from the spot.
Cambio.
The keeper doing his best to put him off. What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Tries to get it clear. Nottingham goes for the shot! No, not quite.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Now he's off and running. Robson tries to pass it through, and he's straight offside. Can he get on the end of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Throw in. Frimpong. Oh, it's Beckham. That pass has been well intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is takes a shot! And that's off target. Oh, they could be caught out here. And he shoots! And that's in! Deep into injury time! And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Oh, how can they be so...
That's at the end. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Nottingham really did suffer for their lack of numbers here. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. We are just getting started. Arsenal have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. That has not gone well. Played back. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, 2014-15 certainly provided some terrific highlights for Lionel Messi's career showreel. Many claimed it was his best season ever. He did, of course, win the treble, and Jim, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Well, one of the pinnacles of his club career, Peter.
And what stood out for you?
His performance against Madrid's other team was just stunning, especially when you look back that they played him 6 times the previous season and didn't win once. So he just took them apart with his usual ruthless efficiency.
Can he latch on to this? Cleared without hesitation. Short changes him with that pass. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Kimmich.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's had it nicked away. Ronaldo was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Zanetti. Bullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And he's running through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Driving forward. Now, can they get him away? And he is deftly away. Engages and forces him off the ball. Arsenal do have a chance to counter here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. No, he's not getting his way this time. And this is Ronaldo. He's a sharp little ball. Messi! Oh, crossbar! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Xavi Alonso. Spread out to the left. Ronaldinho. It's a searching pass. Messi in acres of space out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Beckenbauer, and he's only too happy to take that back. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Well, played right into his path. He's picked his way through. Lovely feet. The cutback. There's the header! Goal! Arsenal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that looks a decent ball, and that is expertly dealt with. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kimmich. That's a nicely weighted putt. And the shot! It's loose now. Oh, what has happened here? And again! That's a smartly directed ball. Now it's Doué.
There will be 1 minute
The
at a
final
time.
seconds now. And he's picked it up out wide. Costa Curta cuts it out. That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Hello attendees,
Nottingham
this is
go
a
in at half-time with a game to
Please
chase.
keep your eyes on your children during
It's been
the match
a
at all
pretty
times.
tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Probing pass, and it's Kimmich. Hangs one in, and he's taking no chances there. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Silvestre. He came in hard, very hard. He's gone for goal. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Back in possession and ready to go again. Chiellini. Silvestre. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neither of these two want to come off second best. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. He's had a shot!
179.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Nottingham with the corner, there first. Xabi Alonso plays it short. Incoming delivery. And they've got rid.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to...
Oh, no question, that's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
That is good alertness. Can he get it through? Beckenbauer pinches it off him. Knocks it into space. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And they can counter here. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's lost his man here. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Nottingham still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Danny Olmo, it's a threatening ball. Tries a deft little ball. Shot, surely!
That's just playing it safe and simple. Nottingham really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Succumbs to the pressure. Searching pass he's played there. Well, the idea was a good... Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's managed to get free. Great chance! Strong running down that left flank. Good ball, good take. Looking for options for movement. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Caresses it through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's clever. Well timed, excellent interception. Cristiano Ronaldo. Not the most accurate pass. Bullet.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the ball's come loose here. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Vitz couldn't squeeze it through. Vinicius Junior. Silvestre. Now, what about a counter-attack? The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner.
Just a quick announcement, it is now time
How do
for
you look
our
back on the
special
game then,
lottery.
Jim?
Please
Nottingham
grab the tickets
can
you were
always
given
take
when
more
walking through the
positives
gate.
from a result like this.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. Gareth Bale, hero for his club, for his country, almost single-handedly snatched European glory from the grasp of your former club, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that, but he did produce a genuine moment of absolute magic. There was nothing anyone could have done about that. His first goal that night has to be amongst the most memorable ever scored in any European final.
And the pass is intercepted. There's a sharp little ball here. Drogba, and a chance! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Ball swung in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Xavi Alonso. Spread it left. Iwobi. Oh, good ball! Beckham. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free. Swings it across. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Can he get on the end of this? Drogba finds himself offside. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Hazard has the space to scheme. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Beckham! Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. Oh, easy pickings there. Makaleli. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to thread one through. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Crossing header! And he's stuck it away. They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Manchester United restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Caceres has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Short changes him with that pass. Iwobi. No, it's come to nothing. Nicely aimed pass. Caceres finding himself in space.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Now he's got space here. Dink through. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's heaved it away. Nicely weighted ball. Tries to pass it through. That's going across goal. Cleared without hesitation. Beckham. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he welcomes it in. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Cruyff. He came in hard, very hard. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Nottingham are down to 10 men. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Silvestre is always looking to play. Oh, that's ambitious. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He has found the way through. Impressive jump. It's there! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
For Manchester United.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Number 18, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Manchester United with the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block. And this could be the final action of the first half. Raul. That's a shade optimistic. Beckham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And he's worked it through. And that is the end of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
And now, to all members of
And
the
we are
crowd,
up to the
I'd
break.
like to ask
I've
you
been
to
left
join me
almost
in
breathless
wishing
here,
our
Peter.
birthday
This
boy
is
a
frantic
very
stuff.
special
45
birthday.
minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So, into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Drogba clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way. Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Beckham. Hazard. Oh, super ball! Nottingham needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And the shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Hazard. That's a lovely, neat pass. Looking for the run. That ball looks a good one. Ibrahimovic! No, just not quite.
Ibrahimovic just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Nottingham really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Chance! And that's a sharp finish. And this is getting better and better. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Manchester United. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, he's one-on-one! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Nottingham present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Bayer must save this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
The goal scorer for Manchester United after 65 minutes is number 17, Johan Cruyff.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Silvestre. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's got away. Beckham. Xabi Alonso with the slide tackle there. Nottingham are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Yellow or red? It is red. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. Nottingham are now down to 8 following the sending off. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Now it's Iwobi. Hazard, a player who needs no introduction. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's Bale. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution on the field. Number 17, Iwobi. Coming on the field is number 15, Danny Olmo.
The pass has gone astray. Raul. Nottingham will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And reclaimed it in a trice. Looking to play him in. Nice sequence of passes this. Threads one in. Baresi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Doué. Quality ball. Now it's Hazard. He's found the way through. He's had a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up.
The goal scored for Manchester
A momentary
United
lapse mercilessly
after
exploited.
82 minutes
They were
is
absolutely
number
lethal.
20.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Kimmich. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Bale. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Silvestre has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. Oh, impressive strike.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Tries to play it through. Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Beckham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
There will be
Well,
5
it's
minutes
not a
added
surprise
time.
to see that.
It's Bale!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Manchester United, and the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Oh, and he has been sent off, and that can only mean one thing. Well, the law states that once you're down to 6 men, the match cannot be allowed to continue.
Raul.
And with that, it's time...
you